Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be making a knife today that looks somewhat like this, hopefully. Alright, so first thing, reset, get a fresh page, save. Personally, I don't like that, so I'm going to change. That's much better for my liking. Go front. The first thing we're going to do is make a plane for a template. We're going to go to modify, get rid of all the segments, move key, and put that in the middle of our viewport. From there, push M, go to textures, standard and a bitmap. Go to wherever you've saved template of the knife you want to do. Which is going to be this one for us today. In the diffuse, onto plane. Here we're going to resize the plane so it's the right size. So 620 by 156. $620. Alrighty. There we go. It's a little bit blurry as you can see. So top of the viewport, high quality. Makes it just a little bit clearer. Turn off shadows and the ambient, because that is annoying later on. So now once we've got this, go to the quad menu. Actually select it first, that'd be handy. Object properties, freeze it, and get rid of show frozen gray. So from here, we're going to just line tool, just around the edges of the blade. We'll just off that bit. It starts to come down. All the way across, and then back up to finish the spline. Okay, so from here, that menu, go to the verts, we can just smooth it out a bit. So just grab these ones, smooth, that looks absolutely terrible. I don't do it the other way. Down here to fillet, I believe it is. Yeah. And we can make these look a lot smoother, so they're not so jagged like that. So it's a bit smooth and goes around. Looks nicer. looks alright. Let's just move this a little bit more across. Line that up. There you go. That's better. Alright, from here, go to extrude. And that's why it wasn't going down. There we go. Let's make that 6. And we'll make that 3. Yeah. That's what I'll in. Alright, let's also go back here, rename this to the blade, just so we know what it is for later. Blade. Just to make things easy. Then we shall hide that. Actually, first before I do that, I don't know, I like to keep things color coordinated. It's a blade, so, you know, blade colored. Yeah. I don't know. I do some weird things sometimes. Alright, next we're going to go for the handle here. So do that, make sure it's in the front port, which is, we'll go, where is it? That's here. Cylinder. Seems about right. Get rid of all the segments like we did with the blade. I don't know what I'm talking about, we didn't do anything with segments of the blades. Click this one up here, angle snap, and then rotate, just so it, when it goes around, it goes in 5 degrees, just so it's easier to get it to 90. Alrighty. Move it. Where's it in the middle? Just make it somewhat the right size. The handle. We're going to make this easier by going object properties, see through. I just want it slightly bigger than what the handle is already. Let's make it 35. Yeah, that'll be right. And then we just need to make it longer. Yeah, we'll go about there. Keep going just before the finger guard, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's too far, too far. Yeah, maybe about there. That looks alright, I guess. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. From here, we're going to change it to a editable poly. Once we've done that, we go to the top here, top left, edit, and we go swift loop. So with this, we're going to put it into the middle of our indentations in the handle. Well, best you can. They don't line up perfectly, but probably there. 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 Probably there. This one lines up pretty well. Also going to change so we can see actually see them. Okay, now that we can see where the lines are, we go back up to the edit, turn off the Swift loop, and go to the move tool. If you're not really happy where these are, sorry, my bad, select tool first. Edges. Now that we've got it selected, if you're not really happy where you are, you can move them to a bit better positioning. Now that I'm fairly happy where all mine are. But once you've done that, once you've finished moving them, go to select an uniform scale, and we want to start in more shape this handle so it's similar size to the template. So we'll start at the end here, it's probably easier. So it's a mixture of getting the right angle and moving it. Get that back up. See, so that's somewhat the same angle. Now select all again, grab this one and do the same thing. Just keep going until you got all of them. We're happy with the ends. Go to face. And pretty much the same thing. And then the same with the back. For this front one, it doesn't matter as much if it's smaller, like it goes into the finger guard because we'll be making that bit and it can sit over the top of it. For the back one, it matters a little bit what it looks like. Just personally, I don't like this little handle thing, so that's why I left it out of my other one. So it needs to, it just can't sink into it like that. Where the other one, that's dramatic, of course, but you could get away. See how it sort of like goes past it. I could even make it a little bit smaller and then sit the finger guard over the top, and it wouldn't matter as much. So this one needs to be not too bad. Like that, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, now go back to the select tool. And we go back to edges. Okay, now we've got the edge tool selected. We're going to select this whole edge. Make sure right round is selected. And we're going, excuse my mouse, it tends to stop working. There we go, it's back. We go chamfer. And that's going to split the lines. I played around with it a little bit, and in my opinion, 2.2 looks the best. You can make it bigger if you want bigger gaps in your knife, or you can have it really thin if you. It's up to you really, but I like 2.2, so that's what we're going to go with. So then when you're done, push OK, and then go to the next one, double click, chamfer, 2.2, and just go ahead and do that to all of them. Alright, if you need be, you can move them along. They're not in the right spot, don't like them there. You can still move them across, get them into position you like. That one I'm happy with. That one I'm happy with. They're all looking pretty good. Okay, now that we're on polygon, click on the polygon, have the select tool. We're going to select all of the polygons inside the chamfer. We just do the same for all of them. Once we've got all of them selected, we're going to go to extrude. And go here and make sure it's on local normal. So you should do something along those lines. But instead of a positive extrude, we're going to want a negative extrude. So that gives our little indentations on the handle. So I'm going to go for 1.8, maybe. Just play around and figure out what you like. Yeah, we'll go with that. Go with 1.8, and that's the handle done. We can go back to properties. I'll make it see-through so we can have a look at it, see what we think. Yep, I'm happy with that. Now, I'll go to the cylinder. We can rename that handle, just so we know for later. And we can hide that. Actually, before we do that, go back to front view. Just need to know where to start this finger guard. So, finger guard's pretty much the exact same as the blade. So we just go to the line tool. We're just going to draw that and extrude it. And we'll start somewhere around here, a little bit back from the edge. And we're just going to line it out just like we did with the blade. All the way down. Try and get a line roughly, and back up to complete the spline. Alright, now that we've got that blocked out, we can hide the handle, just so it's easier. We go to our verts, and we start to smooth it out by going to fillet down here. And we start making it look smoother like this. Best to probably keep that one fairly straight. Maybe even move this one, try and get it in line a little bit. Now, that looks alright. Yep, now from there, got it selected. We go to the extrude modifier, and then we extrude it. To the same as what we had the knife. So from here, we can make our handle come back, and we can start to make this finger guard a bit bigger. So let's try 20. 20 is almost there. Let's try 40. We can also hide this template. Let's make this 20, so it's sitting in the middle. And that doesn't look too bad. That looks alright. Now we just get the knife. Okay, now that our handle and our finger guard are nicely lined up, get the blade out. It's a little thin. Let's go half the size of what we made that hand guard. So we made that 40. So I'll make that 20. And make sure it's in the center. 10. Not 110. 10. That should put it right in the middle. So that is the knife. Let me just move that down a bit. Let's make it one color. And that's one last thing. To make out the cutouts in the side, like in our other knife, we sort of do a similar thing. Make the cylinder. No, we need that big. Let's work with that for the time being. turn that 90 degrees. Let's change the dimensions. That's way too big and nowhere near long enough. So let's make it that. Like that. Add more, not those segments, sides to it. Make it rounder. Let's go 50. And let's move this over to the blade. Let's make it a little bit smaller again. Position it where we think looks good. About there, looks alright. And now we'll move it closer. Let's change the color of this just so we can see it in our top port a little bit easier. Pink seems to be, see that fairly well. There we go. And now we just move that. Let's make that -10. No, it's too far. -15. That'll look alright. Then we go to compound objects, Provolene. Make sure that we're clicked onto the actual blade when we're doing this. So Provolene, start picking. Actually, before we do that, sorry, my bad. Let's get out of Provolene. Let's make a copy of this cylinder. And put that to, we made the other one -15, I think it was. Let's make that 15. Just because it needs to be symmetrical on both sides. If you only want this like cut out on one side, then I guess you could put it on one, but sorry, then we go back to compound, Provolene, start picking. My bad. That didn't work because we weren't clicked on the blade. Clicked on the blade, Provolene, start picking, and we click. And now I've got those indentations cut out of it. And that's it for the knife. From there, you can go and texture the knife however you